by the end of this video, you're gonna have to learn about a bridge and a switch, and we'll start by discussing about a bridge. We say a bridge is a repeater with an add-on functionalities or filtering content by reading the MAC address of the source and destination. It works like a switch, but it makes the forwarding decision in a software, unlike the switch, which makes the decision based on hardware. Bridge works by making forwarding decision in software. It connects different physical networks, like from a LAN to a WAN. Also can connect different topologies, maybe from another one topology to another topology. For example, from bus topology to a star or mesh topology. It distributes traffic based on MAC address. An example of a modern bridge is a wireless access point, where it converts from a wired network to a wireless for easy access to many physical devices or endpoint devices. A bridge is wired Ethernet to wireless. And now let's look at switches. You will find in modern offices or modern hospitals that you find many devices are connected from one building to another, or in one floor to another floor, and this is made possible by use of a switch. A switch is a bridging device, same as bridge, but the forwarding is done in hardware. It uses an application called application specific integrated circuit, ASIC, which makes the forwarding of the data and from one point to another. It forwards traffic based on the data link address, that's a MAC address, to the destination. It has many ports, and since it's done in hardware, it's easy to make forwarding decisions, and you also have full duplex. It's the core of an enterprise network. In every network, in every enterprises, we need a switch to connect from one office to maybe another one, maybe to connect a printer, to connect on a server, to connect a PC somewhere. We need switches. Nowadays, many switches have provide added functionalities that it may provide a power over Ethernet, that's PoE. In that you don't need a power cable to power your Ethernet cable. It offers a power over the Ethernet, and you may find it in many switches at the back. It's written PoE to indicate that it is a power over Ethernet switch. Not all switches have power over Ethernet, but some that have indicates at the back. A switch is a multi-layer switch. It can either operate in layer 3 or layer 2, in data link or network layer. That means it includes switching functionalities and also routing functionalities. There are two types of switches. Those that are managed and that are unmanaged. Let's look at unmanaged switch. It has a very few configuration option. That's like plug and play option. Just no any configuration you need to do. Just plug in your ports and it does the configuration by itself. That's a fixed configuration. Also, there is no VLANs in this unmanaged switch. You cannot control what comes in and goes out of the switch. And for example, it is data link switch here. Also, a very little integration with the other devices. You cannot connect to another device and works as managed. Now, also no management protocols. You don't need to add any VLANs, truncation, any other like priorities of data traffic going through the switch, and also lower price point since it's unmanaged. Its price is a little bit lower than the other. Now let's look at also Simbo. Sometimes we say Simbo is expensive. Okay. Now let's look at a managed switch. An example is a Cisco managed switch. A switch as indicated in the picture. We can say it's supposed the VLANs, and VLAN is virtual LANs. Yeah, maybe in a building, and you want to connect to different floors, meaning another floor can access information from another floor, but not all the information. Meaning you can filter what a flow can access in a server or in a switch. Also, interconnect with other switches via 802.0.1q. That's a trunk. You can connect manage switch with another switch, so that it can be managed by another switches. Also, it provides a prioritization of traffic. Maybe you can prioritize that this switch can do or may prioritize where voice traffic, like making calls, or SMNTP, that's for file transfer, and also for maybe you want to access for printers. You can prioritize anything that's going to be printed to be a higher priority. Uh, you can also look at spanning tree protocols, that LTP, STP, also external management. You can manage from outside so long as you have the access to the network. Okay, yeah, it's port monitoring. You can monitor what goes into the port and what comes out of the port. So it can allow maybe a firewall to be managed through the switch. Also, it captures packets. You can know what packets are being that goes through a switch, if it is harmful or not harmful. That's way of monitoring. We'll look in another lesson. We'll look about routers, and see you next lesson.